Hello, I'm Leonard, your EMF guide, representing GeoVital UK. Now we're here this evening to meet with Dr. Daya and to discuss with her the benefits that she's found from shielding her bedroom from high and low frequency radiation. By way of introduction, Dr. Daya is a medical GP who specialises in utilising the best of conventional and holistic treatments for her patients. She set up the Holistic Medical Centre in London in 1997, which is situated just around from Harley Street. She is very knowledgeable about nutrition and has actually authored a book entitled The Power of Food Therapy. Dr. Daya invited GeoVital to carry out a home radiation assessment some 5 months ago, and as a result of that assessment we recommended that she shield her bedroom from high and low frequency. And we recommended that she change her mattress because she was concerned about intolerance issues with the latex foam that was contained within the mattress. So now I'd like to take the high frequency readings in the street outside Dr. Daya's house. And as you can see, they're around 2,500, 2,600 microvolts in the body, which is a very high reading. We'll now go inside and meet Dr. Daya. Hello, so this is Dr. Daya. Dr. Daya, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you invited GeoVital to come and do a home survey for you?
Yes, I'm a holistic GP working in London, and I've always been interested in preventive measures for people, including myself. And I've always had this feeling about electromagnetic radiation, electrosmog, particularly with me living and working in London. And although I switch off Wi-Fi at night and I don't have digital cordless phones anymore, I still felt there's more I could be doing. And so I came across the GeoVital site and was very interested in it, in a professional approach to this. And then obviously made an inquiry and they put you in touch with me. So
okay.
I invited you to come and do a home assessment, whatever that involved, and so here I am.
Okay, well, thank you for that. Yes, now, so we shielded your home, or your bedroom 4 months ago or so. Now, have you had any beneficial health effects from that in that sort of short period of time?
I'm sure I have. You know, it's very hard to put your finger on something so specifically, but I'm very aware that there's a calmness to my nervous system. You know, it does feel like I do have that contrast of quiet time when sleeping, and the contrast is so necessary and important. I don't think the body's capable of coping with a bombardment of unpleasant frequencies 24/7. That's why the digital cordless phones are not great. But obviously there's more to that than just digital cordless phones. So I do feel like the nervous system is calmer and the adrenals have a chance to recharge during sleep at night.
Okay, well that's wonderful, good, thank you. Right, so Doctor, could we go now and have a look at your bedroom and see how we've shielded and see what we've shielded?
Yes, certainly.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you. So now we're in the bedroom and we're going to take the high frequency readings, and we'll start by taking them outside of the window. But I should just say, high frequency is radiation that comes from mobile phones, mobile phone masts, Wi-Fi routers. It's radiation that comes through the air. So now I'm going to take the reading outside the window. So as you can see, the high frequency reading is in the order of 5,000 microvolts. I mean, it's very high, 4,700. So this is in comparison with downstairs, outside, where it was about 2,500 on the ground floor. So you can see as you go higher in the building, so the high frequency tends to get higher. So now we've come inside, and as you can see, the readings dropped right down to just over 100 microvolts, and that's a result of the paint and the mesh and the Nova fabric. Of course, the important thing about the high frequency reading is the reading whilst Dr. Daya is asleep. So she's now laying on the bed, and if she takes hold of the meter, we'll see what the reading is in her body, and as we can see, it's 35, 30, so it's an absolutely brilliant reading compared with the 3000 that it is outside. As you can see, we're getting readings of 10 to 15 microvolts in Dr. Daya's body, and now this compares with 1600 microvolts that we got before shielding. So pre-shielding 1600 microvolts, after shielding it's about 16 microvolts, an incredible reduction. That's probably 98% or something like that. And the shielding that we've done, as we said, is the paint, the mesh on the floor and the Nova fabric at the curtains. So now I'd like to have a look at the low frequency readings. We're now going to measure the low frequency radiation in Dr. Daya's body, and we've got a different meter now, and this measures low frequency in volts per meter. And low frequency is from the electric wiring, from pylons and from wires in lights and things like that. Now, when we first did the home survey here, the low frequency when Dr. Daya was laying in bed was 1350 volts per meter. And we'll now take the readings after shielding, and the reading is actually 0. We've actually reduced the low voltage to 0. That's absolutely incredible result. Absolutely incredible. So we've reduced high and low frequency by a phenomenal amount.
So when doing this bedroom or shielding this bedroom to make it a sanctuary like it is now, it did take, I would say, at least 3 visits from Leonard to measure with his meters and also to make further corrections. So although each time the basic shielding definitely worked, it brought the levels down from 1600 high frequency down to say 300, and the low frequency from 1350 down to 200. It was, in my view, and certainly Leonard's view as well, it wasn't good enough when less than 50 is the target. So what we had to do was we realized that the door to the bedroom was leaking radiation through low frequency and the high frequency. So what we did was shielded the door frame with the special shielding paint, and then I had to put this curtain across the door with the Nova fabric on the lining to further shield what was coming through the door. So that made a huge improvement, and I think that was the main thing. We did double shielding of the Nova fabric on the window because a lot was coming through the window. So I think making these 2 additional corrections did bring the final readings down from 300 and something down to less than 50, which is what it is now. So that's what I liked about having the meters. Otherwise you really don't know if you're doing it sufficiently well enough to make your bedroom safe. Okay, so my suggestion to anyone listening, my patients or anyone out there, is please be mindful of the subject of electromagnetic radiation. It's a big health hazard in the world today, and we're surrounded by it, and we have no idea how severe its impact is having on our health and well-being. So because it's such a big subject and it's hard to know specifically, I do encourage you to have a home assessment to tell you exactly what you're dealing with and focus on the solutions, because there are solutions to all these problems, so that you can sleep in a nice sanctuary that's safe and quiet to the whole body, mind and nervous system. And that counts for so much in this world, especially when you're living in a city like I am. So I can't emphasize that enough. Obviously, switch off Wi-Fi at night. Please get rid of your cordless digital phones. They are worse than Wi-Fi. They emit a frequency 24/7, even when you're not speaking on the phone. And that's so jarring to the nervous system, the lymphatic system, the adrenals. So that's a minimum anyone should do. Of course, don't sleep with your mobile phones in your bedroom. Make your bedroom as safe a place, like a sanctuary, as you can, starting from now. So take out all the electric plugs, any gadgets, alarm clocks, digital alarm clocks, TV, just take them all out, switch everything off, take the plugs out. Your sleep is valuable, it's very precious, and needs to be encouraged to be truly healing.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Dr. Daya, for that. It's been very helpful and useful to see your reactions and how you've got on following our shielding. And yes, I'd like to thank you. And if you would like information about GeoVital and how we can do a home assessment for you and shield your home, please contact us through the GeoVital website, www.en.geovital.com, or contact me through my website. Thank you.